be both super skinny and chubby. But now I've built a movie star physique. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it using a flesh and fruit diet. As I'll break down what I ate, why it works, and give you a full meal plan so you can try it too. So step one is what I ate. I want you to imagine if you could just change your diet and you start to build muscle fast, you start to get leaner, you start to have abs, you look like you belong on a movie set. How amazing would that be? Well, I remember when I came home from the gym one day, I trained twice this day. In the morning, I went and I did a weights workout. But in the afternoon, I started doing a cardio and a running workout. And I came home and I was sitting in my kitchen right here. And I thought I deserved a break. I deserved to just eat some food. So I sat down, I had this massive pizza. I had the stuffed crust, the garlic sauce, I had everything with it. I ate this pizza because I thought, I've trained so hard, I've burned so many calories today. I may as well eat some good food, some nice tasting food to put these calories back on. I thought it was okay and I thought it was productive eating this pizza. But I was wrong, as at the time I had this one belief. I believed 100 calories of Skittles and 100 calories of Blueberries were the exact same thing and they affected my body the same. I want you to imagine that this glass right here represents our body and what we put in it. Here we have 100 calories worth of Skittles and here we have 100 calories worth of Blueberries. And I want to ask you the question, if I ate 100 calories of Skittles or 100 calories of Blueberries, would they do the exact same thing to our body? Would they have the same effect? Well, when I first heard of this concept, I thought they would have the exact same effect. As 100 calories and 100 calories, how can it be different at all? But when I pour this 100 calories of Skittles, I poured it all into our body, we have some side effects. And the first one is blood sugar spikes. About 10 minutes after we've eaten these Skittles, our blood sugars spike up. We have a lot of sugar and a lot of energy. And then after that spike, and we hit the peak of that spike, we have a massive crash. And we feel slow, we feel sluggish. And we have this sugar crash, like they describe it, where you just can't move at all and you can't do anything. But then we also have weight gain. With all this processed food, it messes up our hunger hormones. We can eat Skittles all day long. And you've probably experienced it yourself. You eat one chocolate bar, you eat one pack of Skittles, you eat some sort of sugary snack, and you want to eat another and another. You get a whole family pack of Twix and you can eat the whole thing. This is what I experienced all the time. We can just keep eating and eating and eating. And probably the worst part about this is when I eat all these Skittles, they make you crave more junk food. Because of the sugar and how it's released dopamine within our brain, which is like this pleasure hormone. We've had all this pleasure released in our brain. We want to eat more. We want to eat more Skittles. We want to eat more sweets, more chocolates. And you experience this yourself too. You eat one slice of pizza, one biscuit, one cookie, and you want to eat another and another and another. And we want to just keep eating these foods all day long. And the last side effect, which really isn't good at all, is they have no nutritional value. This doesn't help with our muscle growth. This doesn't help us get this movie star physique, to stay shredded, to get biceps. It doesn't help at all. Instead, it actually only has net negatives. It only works, it only has downsides. It only messes stuff up. So the question is, what if we put 100 calories of Blueberries into our body? As we pour these in, it doesn't have the same effect as the Skittles. Even though the Blueberries have more sugar in it actually is better. As the Blueberries have natural sugar, this sugar has fiber, has vitamins, has antioxidants, which all help our body in all the different systems. And this is brilliant for muscle growth, as when you become healthier, you have high levels of testosterone, which is such an important hormone to build muscle and to get jacked. As well as this, they're an ancestral fuel. As in our ancestors 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years ago were eating these foods. And these foods have been so well for them, as they used it to hunt animals, to catch prey, to run around all day. So us using it just to go to the gym is such a benefit and such a good thing. And the last thing, it cures our sweet tooth. If we eat things like Blueberries throughout our day, it means we don't crave the unhealthy stuff like Skittles. We don't crave the chocolate bars, the desserts, the ice creams. Instead, we can stick to eating healthy whole foods, the real foods that are very good for us. And when you're building a movie star physique, every calorie needs to count and every calorie has to have a meaning. So things like our Blueberries, this gives us fuel, it gives us energy so we can run around and do gym workouts. Our meat, this allows us energy so we can lift weights and build muscle. As every calorie needs to have a meaning. But with something like Skittles, it has no meaning. It doesn't help us in any way, shape or form. And with this in mind, it takes us to the diet, which is so important and helpful to do. And this is the flesh and fruit diet. This diet is where we eat meat, which is our flesh. So things like beef mince, chicken, fish, pork, all this stuff, different stuff, which helps us build muscle and have high in protein. And then we eat our fruit, so blueberries, bananas, cucumbers, all this different stuff. It gives us energy for our workouts. So we have energy, we can run around, we can train hard, and everything can go well. If you're wondering how you can tweak this diet to fit your personal self if you're going to school, work, or wherever you're going, then in the description of this video, there's a whole food inspector. What this does is it helps make meal plans, recipes, everything that personalized to you. So you can build muscle no matter if you're on a job, if you're at school, whatever you're doing. But before we get into some exact meal plans that you can follow as well, first, let's talk about why this actually works so well. As this diet didn't just change my body, instead it rewired how my brain thought about food. It changed all my beliefs that I had on what foods were healthy, what foods were bad, and what foods built me muscle. As I want you to imagine, we have this cream of a crop, alpha male lion, this proper massive one, and we feed it a salad. How well, do you think it would function? How well do you think it's going to live? How well do you think it's going to hunt zebras, hunt deers, hunt all of these different foods? As you can imagine, it wouldn't work well at all. It probably wouldn't even eat the salad. And this is the same with us. There are foods that we were made to eat, that we were made to have each day and work so well for us. And then there are foods that didn't actually benefit us, that didn't have any good sides to them. And we know what foods work so well for us, as we can look at hunter-gatherer tribes now. For tribes that are still have stone tools, they still have bow and arrows, they still go chase animals around all day. And the foods that they eat, such like the Hadza tribe, they eat meat, honey, and fruit. This is the main part of their diet. They don't have any other foods apart from meat. And this means they don't eat vegetables, or they don't eat very many vegetables at all. And it sounds weird, as we're always told in school, in hospital, wherever we go, we're told we need to eat vegetables, we need to eat a lot of vegetables. But they eat none at all. And one of the reasons they eat none at all is because vegetables, they can't run away from us like animals can. So instead, they release something called plant defense chemicals. These chemicals, what they do is they affect our gut, they cause inflammation, and we can feel a lot more bloated and a lot more slow when we eat these chemicals and we eat these plants. And that's not to say like plants are trying to kill us or they're really bad for us, but it's to say we can focus more on our meats, on our fruits, and we'll see a lot more of a benefit. And I have myself. When I eat my meats and my fruits and nothing else, I have good energy, I feel amazing, I build more muscle whenever, and I just feel on top of the world. So why not try the same? Just eating the meats and the fruits. You can eat all the sweet stuff you want and have all the muscle building stuff. And it works so well. As to build a movie star physique, the real key is 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight. To do this, we need to actually eat a lot of protein each day. As for someone like me, I need to get 180 grams of protein every single day of the week. This is quite hard and difficult to do. So what we have to do is we have to prioritize our meats and prioritize our fruits and stuff as well to give us good energy. And doing this, it allows us to stay lean, to stay shredded, but also to build muscle. As when we look at a movie star like Zac Efron or Michael B. Jordan, they're lean, they're shredded, but they're also very muscular. And to do this, we've got to both build muscle and stay lean at the exact same time. Here's step 3, the exact diet to build a movie star physique. As I want you to imagine, if you should have a diet where you don't crave junk food, you don't want to have cheat meals. Instead, you build muscle, you stay lean, and you do it all while actually enjoying the foods that you eat. Well, with a flesh and fruit diet and the diet I'm about to show you here, I've been able to do just that. As meal 1, what we would eat is 6 eggs and 1 avocado. This helps us so much with protein and muscle growth, as eggs are filled with all the essential amino acids that we need, which help us build muscle, help us get in great shape. So having 45 grams of protein in our first meal with just 6 eggs and 1 avocado, it's out of this world, it's brilliant, and I don't think you can do anything better. So that's why for everyone, no matter if you're trying to gain weight, lose weight, whatever you're doing, 6 eggs and 1 avocado is such a good meal to have. And then meal 2 would be 250 grams of beef mince, 25% fat, and 1 butternut squash. Here, what we can do is buy a pack of 500 grams of beef mince and 1 full butternut squash and cut it in half. So we have 250 grams of beef mince for meal 2 and half a butternut squash for meal 2. But then meal 3, what we'll have is 200 grams of Greek yogurt, 1 banana, and we could even have 2 eggs and even some peanut butter if we really wanted. This is a pre-workout meal. It can give us some energy before a workout. So we hit a good, hyped, good workout where we actually build muscle and we train hard. We want to do this before every workout as carbohydrates give us energy. So having things like bananas before a workout works so well. For meal 4, we can use the other 250 grams of beef mince and half that butternut squash again. And we can have the same as meal 2 for meal 4. Here, we're just building muscle, having high protein meals, which is so important for this movie star physique. As they eat very high protein diets, as that's what builds their muscle. They don't eat processed food, they don't eat biscuits, none of that crap. Instead, they eat the real stuff, the high protein stuff. That's how you build muscle and get in the good shape that you want to be in. Then we come on to something like snacks. And this is where I say you can eat as much fruit as you want. Have as many bananas, apples, blueberries. Have as much as you want. I want you to eat as much so you don't crave for chocolate, you don't crave for sweets. Another brilliant thing is raw honey. If you can eat this as well, you're not going to want to eat chocolate, sweets, ice cream, none of that. Because you can eat the sweet stuff, which is healthy for us. So you eat as much fruit as you want. You can have cheese, milk, yogurt, all this different stuff as well. But all of this just helps us build muscle and get in great shape. And with this, we do come to a total of about 2,600 calories, 180 grams of protein, 145 grams of fat, 160 grams of carbs. And the best part about this is you can change it to however you want. If you need more calories and more protein in your diet, add some chicken to this. Add some chicken to meal 3 or meal 1 or wherever you want. Or you can take stuff away if you want to eat less calories. Maybe don't eat as much beef mince or have less eggs. It works so well and you can adapt it to you. And if you want to adapt it, go check the AI tool that is in the description of this video. You can literally just type in it, tell it your situation. I go to school from 9 o'clock till 3 o'clock. I need to eat 3,000 calories each day. Please help me out. And it's going to give you some brilliant meals following a flesh and fruit diet. And it's going to help you out so much. But now you know the foods that you actually need to eat to build a movie star physique, to be lean, to be shredded, to have bicep veins, to have it all. But the thing is, the second you walk into that grocery store, you're going to feel lost. You're going to feel overwhelmed. Because there's absolute chaos. There's aisles that say they're healthy when they're not. There's foods that look nice, they look tasty, and you're going to be tempted to. But you shouldn't eat them. So in this video here, I've literally broke down everything you need when you go to the grocery store. What meals you need to buy, what you need to look for, what you don't want to go down, what aisles to go to, everything. So just click this video here and I'm sure it can help you out.